This week in Jamaica Now, Vybz Kartel and his co-accused lose their appeal in the 2011 murder case of Clive Lizaard Williams. His lawyers are heading to the Privy Council.
We are confident in that and we will be pursuing that.
And what about the voice notes?
Boy, them tell me they can't find two of my shoes in the dog.
The appeal court has accepted them. Coronavirus in Jamaica, the case count is climbing. Patients recovering, but people still defying containment measures. Jamaica on the nightly curfew.
We're not going. Andrew just
10 people arrested for breaching the orders. And Ruel Reid and the CMU president, Dr. Fritz Pinnock, lose another round in their court battle. I'm Damian Mitchell, and this is Jamaica Now. We begin with news that incarcerated dancehall artist Vybz Kartel has lost his appeal against his 2014 murder conviction. The appeal court handed down the ruling on Friday. That's 6 years to the day since he was given a life sentence for the 2011 murder of Clive Lizaard Williams. It was a similar judgment for co-convicts Sean Storm Campbell, Andre St. John, and Kyra Jones. Appeal Court President Dennis Morrison handed down the ruling via conference call because of restrictions amid the coronavirus.
Basically, the court has said that they are not allowing the appeal. It's a legal term, but basically it means he stays convicted of the offense of murder until any other court says otherwise.
We are disappointed. If you could look at our faces, we are disappointed.
The problem remains, however, that it is almost 4 years since Adidja Palmer was convicted. So it has taken 4 years for his appeal to be heard and judgment handed down. This is a travesty. It is unprecedented and it is outrageous.
Meanwhile, in Kartel's hometown of Waterford in Portmore St. Catherine, there was anxiety before the ruling and dejection after.
Seem of free today.
Feeling great, overwhelming, excited like everyone else.
I know what they said that try. Oh, that's all. Jamaica justice system.
I know me didn't know. That's why I'm not talk.
You used to obey the law, you know, going 8 o'clock. We can't go in 8 o'clock again. I road with the right now.
It's a reminder of the day when we got sentenced. The person was sad. You understand? It just leaves a sadness in our heart.
And the lawyers for the appellants are to begin preparing to seek leave to go to the London-based Privy Council. But Tom Tavares Finson is peeved about the time it has taken for the matter to reach this stage.
4 years it has taken for this judgment to come down. It's not acceptable. And the Privy Council, no doubt, will have something to say about that.
Meanwhile, the lawyers have been asked to make submissions to the appeal court in respect of sentencing. They have 7 days to make these submissions. Kartel was sentenced to life in prison and ordered to serve 35 years before he becomes eligible for parole, while his co-accused also got life but must serve 25 years before parole. However, the appeal court said the sentences did not account for the time the accused spent in custody before their trial and conviction. And what about the controversial voice notes admitted in the Supreme Court during the 2014 trial? The appeal court justices found that the ruling of the trial judge Lennox Campbell in relation to the voice notes was entirely in keeping with the directions sanctioned by the court in the 2010 Donald Zeke Phipps murder case and affirmed by the UK-based Privy Council in 2012. Here's an excerpt of the voice notes.
Hombre, they don't know what's up, Blizzard and we. I will call my phone today and tell me, say, them can't find the two new shoes them when me give them, dog. Say them lock them in our house. Side of all feet where I build up, dog. In a the whole house they lock 2 shoes and can't find my shoes, Virgin. And I come tell my friend, off me is that. I just tell them, say, make sure I get my shoes by 8 o'clock in a bad man. Same thing as I say, man, the boy, him take the thing them, dog, but the boy mama up the dog. Dash me, I make the man them dash away, no, hombre. Yeah, more time I level of follow up certain science thing in the dog. When you know, say a girl tell me, say she call a woman, and the woman can tell her instantly, say, the boy will go country ready here, move the shoes, move the shoes them, sell them in the dog.
In other news, the coronavirus cases in Jamaica continue to climb. Government officials released the latest figures on Friday. Earlier in the week, a 3rd death was recorded. The Health Ministry also reported that a 2nd person had recovered and was released from hospital.
Yeah, my experience was a good experience still because while I was there, I wasn't feeling no pain and no side effect was on me. So I was doing all right, but from my side where I was, I heard plenty people coughing and sometimes people cry, praying and stuff like that. So I know that the COVID was very serious challenge for them.
There's going to be a lot of Jamaicans who have COVID-19. Next year, this time, it may be just like H1N1 or the flu. And what we want society to do is to help each other, not to treat anyone as an outcast. And as the first recovering patient, I really want to thank you for the opportunity to just coming on and to giving your testimonial, because you sound like you're as strong as ever and ready to go back to work, right?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Everything up and running, man.
Excellent.
And on Wednesday night, 10 people were arrested as night one of a week-long curfew got underway in Jamaica. The curfew runs from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. daily. A St. Andrew man was among those arrested for defying the curfew orders.
And we'll pick the water. Big police, Andrews, I can't do nothing. We out there, we not going, see it there.
We have found the man that we're looking for, so you can stand down on the record. It was on a bed hiding, but we found it.
The appeal court has refused an application by resigned Education Minister Ruel Reid and Caribbean Maritime University President Professor Fritz Pinnock, who were seeking leave to appeal a decision of the full court. Last month, the full court, comprising Justices David Batts, Chester Stamp, and Stephanie Jackson Hazley, rejected their application for leave to seek judicial review. Reid and Pinnock want to get quashed the fraud charges brought against them by the Financial Investigation Division, the FID. The full court's decision upheld an earlier ruling handed down in the Supreme Court by Chief Justice Brian Sykes in December 2019. Reid and Pinnock had contended that the FID was not empowered by law to bring the charges against them and therefore acted illegally. Reid, his wife Sharon, their daughter Sherelle, Pinnock, and Brownstown Division Councillor Kim Brown Lawrence are on fraud-related charges in relation to the CMU. The five are scheduled to return to the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on April 8. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. You may tune in to Power 106 FM for regular updates. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. I'm Damian Mitchell, and before we go, a flashback to the Vybz Kartel voice notes, which were a critical exhibit in his trial 6 years ago.
Yo, you know, say one of the hombre them get the thing for lock. I didn't even know that the youth there no problem. Come like yesterday man come live boy, you know. So make sure tell the man them say, I want my dog to choose by 8 o'clock. And I go to them dog. Hombre they you know say come like a profit dog. You say something to me say. You know, like up there, so because every little man just run in and them just accept them and them. They don't know some of the meds, dog, where you say, and one mind say, find out where the third man come from. Where them sell out the shoes, because me don't know him, and me know the youth to grow about it. You know, some run the file problem child. The man them tell me, say, the hombre not even live there for 1 year, dog. And guess where they say the hombre come from? Walter, me no hombre. Walter, me no dog. That's me have to call Lizaard and we and diss them up and say, when I see a town craft the man use pan up. Because man left from bad place and come over here to come see so now some little giggy, laughy boy. And pay if the shoes can go give him friend them a town and come back, come sit down, go do and go on like him don't know the shoes missing up. And me tell them to tell the boy they say if me not get back my shoes him and him mama go dead in a bad man.